Hey, what's up guys, TechTine here and I'm back again with a brand new video. So if this is your first time on the channel, don't make it your last, make sure you're subscribed. And if you found this video useful in any way, shape or form, make sure you hit that like button, it will help me out more than you think. So with that being said, today I'm going to be talking about my experience as a user of the iPhone 15 Plus pushing to 4 months. So let's just say 4 months later. So we're going to talk about the design, the camera, the specs, the performance, and the wear and tear of this phone 4 months later. Let's go ahead and get started. So beginning of the design, obviously from just looking at it, you may not think that it's different from like the iPhone 13 or the iPhone 14 or the 14 Plus, but it actually is. So on the back, instead of this glossy glass that they used to have, it's now a more of a matte finish, which gives this phone, in my opinion, a better look, less fingerprints on the back, so that's a thumbs up. In addition to all of that, the sides have been curved a little bit more, which means that in addition to just giving this phone kind of almost a new look, not entirely, but you can actually have a much better grip with the phone itself. So on the back as well, you do get your 48 megapixel main sensor as well as a 12 megapixel ultra wide, but we will discuss the camera a little bit more in depth later on, so just stay with me for a little bit. And of course, we can't really talk about the design without mentioning the fact that now iPhones have USB Type-C. And my experience using this phone 4 months later, I mean, obviously I've adapted to USB-C, but I mean, my main concern is honestly the durability of the port itself. Believe it or not, iPhone's Lightning connector has always been durable. Yeah, it can get dust inside, but that can be easily cleaned up. But how durable will the USB-C be? I don't know, only time will tell, because let's be real, I've had experiences with Android phones where the USB-C port itself would be wiggly after a certain amount of time, so hopefully that's not an issue that we will face with the newer generation of iPhones, but only time will tell. So far, 4 months later, it has been really good. So moving on to the display of the phone, so the iPhone 15 Plus gives you a 6.7 inch OLED display, 2796 by 1290 at 460 ppi. So basically you get the dynamic island with this display. You get a HDR, true tone, white color, haptic touch, 1000 nits of max brightness, but get this, so you get 1600 nits of peak brightness when you're watching HDR content, and in outdoor condition this phone is extremely bright. So I found a hard time not seeing the display in bright outdoor conditions because it will reach a peak brightness of 2000 nits in outdoor condition. So basically what that translates to is overall a great display. Now you can watch your videos, enjoy your content, browse your social media, play your games. It will all be such an enjoyable experience. And I have two problems with the display, but really quickly, let's discuss the dynamic island, which is now a standard thing on all iPhone models. Cool. It's a nice addition that they brought to the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus, and you get kind of smaller overall bezels if you wish. Now the biggest issue, or two issues that I have with this display, one is major, the other one is kind of minor. Let's start with the minor. So the minor issue here is the fact that this phone maxes out at 60 Hz, so no high refresh rate, not even 90 Hz, which I mean, it's a bummer, but you get used to it. That's why it's kind of a minor issue. My major issue is this. This display is easily scratched. I don't know what's up with that. You know what I mean? I've used this phone for like 4 months without a screen protector just so I can, give you guys a proper test. And yeah, nah, this phone scratches way too easily for my liking, so I do highly recommend a screen protector. Other than that, overall, a solid display. So without getting too technical in the camera aspect of this phone takes incredible pictures. You will not be disappointed in the photo quality or the video quality. I mean, obviously it's a staple for iPhones, but one of the things that they introduced with this camera here, especially on the 15 and 15 Plus, is the ability to have kind of telephoto lens that will kind of use the main sensor as a way to give you kind of zoomed in shots. It's cool. I mean, at first you think it's a gimmick. It's really not. It actually works, but I don't know how much you're going to use that. So video quality on the iPhone 15 Plus is a plus, you know what I mean? So basically, the story now comes down to the performance and the specs. So as far as the performance, you do get the A16 Bionic chip, so you will not get the A17 from the iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max. However, with that being said, so this is a powerful chip as is, so you will not have any issues with your performance. And it does have a nice amount of RAM, so you'll be good on that. And also it does come in a standard 128GB of storage that you can either upgrade to 256 or 512 if you want to go a little bit crazy. But other than that, that's basically the story behind the specs and the performance. Watching videos, browsing the web, playing games, going through social media has all been overall a solid experience. But listen to this. So I wanted to test for kind of a heating issue when it comes to playing games. I haven't really experienced anything that's overly dramatic, so there was a little bit of heating, but nothing that will be alarming, if that makes sense. So playing games on here was fine, launching apps was fine, everything on that sort was really good for the most part. So now here's my conclusion about the iPhone 15 Plus 4 months later as a user. So basically I would recommend this phone in my opinion over the 15 Pro Max if you're not really that interested in the 120 hertz refresh rate or the kind of the quote-unquote pro camera features that the iPhone 15 Pro Max have, which I can guarantee you this, that a lot of the consumers will not take advantage of having ProRes RAW or having log videos, so they're not going to be, I don't think they'll be shooting in that, you know what I mean? So I don't really think that you should make the 15 Pro Max upgrade if camera is something that if you're gonna take advantage of the pro features on the camera, go for the 15 Pro Max. If you're not, stick to the 15 Plus because it will give you a large display. It's not going to be as high refresh rate as the iPhone 15 Pro Max, but you will save some money and you will be happy. With that being said, here's my opinion overall. In my opinion, I would pick this over the 15 Pro Max. I really enjoyed using this phone, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts. So let me know in the comments below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you all for watching.